Representing a lineage that dates back thousands of years, the Khoisan people, comprising both the Khoi and San, are among the oldest cultural groups in Southern Africa. Historically, they were hunter-gatherers and pastoralists, deeply connected to their land and traditions. However, colonialism and apartheid severely disrupted their way of life, leading to land dispossession and cultural erosion. The word San is from the Khoi language and simply refers to foragers, those who pick things up from the ground. It was used in reference to all hunter-gatherer populations of Southern African region whom Khoi-speaking communities came into contact with. Khoisan languages share click consonants and do not belong to other African language families. For much of the 20th century, they were thought to be genealogically related to each other, but this is no longer accepted. They are now held to comprise 3 distinct language families and 2 language isolates. Their most notable uniting feature is the click consonants. Linguistics believe that the more clicks you have, the older the language is, and this one has 5, the most of any. They have one of the most complex languages in the world. Here is a sample of the Khoisan languages.
Koko.
Today, only about 100,000 Khoisans remain. They are variously described as the oldest people, Africa's first, or the first people of South Africa. Their first people status is due to the fact that they commonly retain genetic elements of the most ancient Homo sapiens.
To recognize us as the First Nation people, and we're saying First Nation does not mean number. It doesn't mean that we are saying that we are first. It's undisputed that we are the First Nation. There's nobody that can dispute it.
It is suggested that the ancestors of the modern Khoisan expanded to Southern Africa from East or Central Africa, their nearest relatives being pastoralists from North Central of Tanzania and Eastern Congo. Today, the Khoisan continue to fight for recognition and rights within South Africa. Despite being classified as colored, they seek acknowledgement as indigenous people with unique cultural identities. Activists argue that this classification has marginalized them in discussions about land restitution and social justice.
We were abundantly clear that there is this paranoia when the Khoisan community begins to exert themselves in terms of who we are as a cultural community and as an indigenous African community for that matter. There is always, from our fellow indigenous African people from Nguni Bantu origin, there is this frenzy that we want to dislodge them, which means we want to chase them out of the country, and we are saying that they are not part of this country. Now that's a very unfortunate perception or notion or understanding of what we are talking about.
Recent efforts have focused on legislative recognition through the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Bill, which aims to address the historical grievances. While this bill represents progress, many Khoisans feel it falls short of granting them true autonomy over their ancestral lands and cultural practices.
To overthrow us so that we can't point our land, this is our land or whatever.
Yes.
That's why when you haven't got land and you haven't got the culture, you can't be counted. You are nothing like these people, they sold us already.
Community radio stations like Valley FM play a crucial role in amplifying Khoisan voices. They provide a platform for discussing issues affecting the community, from language preservation to human rights challenges. These broadcasts help educate younger generations about their heritage and foster a sense of pride in their identity. Despite ongoing struggles, the Khoisan community remains resilient. Initiatives aimed at promoting traditional knowledge and sustainable practices are vital for their cultural revival. As climate change threatens their livelihoods, the Khoisan's deep understanding of the environment positions them as essential stewards of biodiversity. The future of the Khoisan hinges on both governmental support and grassroots activism. By reclaiming their narrative and rights, they strive to ensure that the culture not only survives but thrives in a rapidly changing world. Reporting for Hub's Media Special Edition of The Resilient Spirit of the Khoisan Community, I am Dennis Esichika.
Oi, oi.